18 days away, you guys. From the moment this video is being recorded, we are now only 18 days away from the release of Black Ops 4, and that's crazy to think about, especially when it felt like it was yesterday when Black Ops 4 was first teased to the community reveal event took place. We had all those GIFs or GIFs that we were trying to decipher, trying to figure out what they meant. Man, time really did fly by fast. What is going on, you guys? This is Gaming with Sal, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to go ahead and talk about the Black Ops 4 multiplayer for just a little bit, especially since we've been talking a lot about Blackout lately on the channel. But anyways, the reason I want to go over the multiplayer is because today we got a quick 1 minute long trailer that was pretty much just hyping up Black Ops 4, showing off all the 3 different modes. You know how these trailers go down. But within this trailer, we saw that there were 2 extra maps that were featured that we haven't seen before. It wasn't in the beta or from any past Black Ops titles. On top of this, I was just surfing through YouTube a couple of days ago, and then I came across a video made by the exclusive Ace, which if you guys don't know who that is, I highly recommend you go check his channel out because he makes pretty good content over Call of Duty. But he basically went ahead and made this video talking about how there was only going to be 11 maps at launch based on all of the information that we had before this trailer was dropped, and how this was a small number for a game like Black Ops 4 whose focus was more on multiplayer more than ever before seen in any of Treyarch's past Call of Duty titles. Well, after getting today's small trailer and putting together all of the information we now know about the game, I wanted to go ahead and add in my thoughts about this topic and also talk about what the actual final count could be for the number of maps we can see at launch when it comes to Black Ops 4's multiplayer. So let's start off with all of the maps that are confirmed to be available the day Black Ops 4 releases. From the multiplayer beta back in August, we saw maps such as Seaside, Contraband, Payload, Frequency, Gridlock, and Hacienda. Before all of this, we also got confirmation that maps such as Firing Range, Slums, Summit, and Jungle from games such as Black Ops 1 and 2 were also going to make a return here within Black Ops 4. And then finally, during this year's Gamescom event, Black Ops 4 showed off a new multiplayer map called Arsenal, which makes the total count of the maps to be at 11. However, the issue with this is that out of the 11 maps, 4 of them are remakes or reimagined maps that have already been made once before, which makes the total count of original, never before seen maps go down to 7. This caused a few people to get worried and upset, but then seeing how there were 2 extra maps shown today from today's quick trailer, that brings the total count of original, never before seen maps go from 7 to 9, thus making the total number of available maps at launch go from 11 up to 13. Now, in addition to all of this, it has also been confirmed that later on in November, we will be also receiving the map Nuketown as well. Now, of course, we knew this was going to happen regardless, seeing how this happened in Black Ops 2 and 3 as well, and that Nuketown has been part of every single Black Ops games, so why wouldn't it be part of Black Ops 4? So basically, we now have about 14 confirmed maps to be in the game thus far, and out of the 14, 5 of them are maps that we have seen before in past Call of Duty titles, specifically the Black Ops series. Now, me personally, I don't have an issue with this at all. Most people are probably going to look at this list and say, oh, this is lazy development when it comes to Treyarch because almost half of the maps are just remakes or maps we've seen before. And you know what? I can't completely disagree with that statement, but at the same time, I can't completely agree with it either, because at the end of the day, no one really knows what happened at Treyarch. Does anyone remember that one leak that came out back then where it basically said that Black Ops 4's multiplayer was in the worst state that it could possibly be in, and that testers that played it didn't really like it all that much, so then Treyarch had to go ahead and scrap everything that they were doing and basically change the multiplayer the way that it always has been in the past Call of Duty years? Well, who knows what actually happened. Maybe that's why we're seeing some maps from past games come back here in Black Ops 4 because they just didn't have enough time to work with, or maybe their true intentions was that, oh, we haven't seen these maps in such a long time, it would be pretty cool to bring them back here in Black Ops 4. We really don't know. That's why I'm not going to defend them and say that, oh, this isn't lazy development. What I'm basically trying to say is that the reason why I personally don't have a problem with it is because no matter what happened at the end of the day, these are actually good and fun maps to play on. So like I said, even if this is lazy development, I personally don't care because fortunately for Treyarch, they at least chose the right maps to bring back to Black Ops 4. Nuketown, Slums, Summit, Firing Range, Jungle. These maps were actually enjoyable to play. They're open maps, so score streaks will be able to work well on them. And on top of that, I haven't really seen or played most of these maps ever since Black Ops 1 and 2. And mind you, those games came out back in 2010 and 2012. So that's about 6 to 8 years that it's been since I've gotten to play on these maps. Now, even though they brought it back on Black Ops 3, I personally didn't get the map pack because it was just a very scummy way of putting it out there. They only brought it back so that people can pre-order Black Ops 4 digitally, and it was only for the PlayStation users, so the Xbox One and PC users never really got to play these maps on Black Ops 3. So basically, I just didn't support this map pack whenever it came to Black Ops 3, and that's why I never really got to play it on Black Ops 3. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I would love to play these maps again here in Black Ops 4 while also getting to use the Black Ops 4 score streaks, weapons, and gameplay mechanics. Now, Firing Range and Nuketown are maps that I've played countless amount of times, but they are maps that I personally never get tired of. And honestly, like I said, I'm just glad that they chose the right maps to be remade and brought back into Black Ops 4. Like, at least we're not getting something like Crisis from Black Ops 1 remade and brought back into Black Ops 4. Anyone remember that map? I absolutely hated it. And from what I remember, a lot of people didn't really like it either, because I remember how many times this map got outvoted back in Black Ops 1 when it came to other maps that were also part of that game. Plus, when it comes down to it, Treyarch also confirmed that they will be releasing even more maps for free that's going to be separate from the Black Ops Pass, sort of like how World War II did with maps such as Shipment 1944 and the Sandbox map. And also, whenever it comes to these free maps that are going to be separate from the Black Ops Pass, I doubt that it's going to be remade maps. You know, I'm probably thinking that it's going to be maps that we haven't seen before, because then that would just be an overload on how many maps we are getting from past Black Ops games. So in a way, I do feel confident that these extra maps that they're going to be giving us are going to be original, and suppose that they do go ahead and give us the same amount of free maps like World War II did, maybe about 2 to 3 extra maps. That brings the total count of maps to go from like 14 to about 16 to 17 maps that everyone will have for sure, regardless if you have the season pass or not. And that is a really good amount of maps to work with. But going back to the release of Black Ops 4 and what will be available at launch, it looks like we will have 13 maps in total for sure, and that is not bad at all. Definitely better than World War II having only 9 maps at launch. I honestly don't know what they were thinking, but once again, this is just my opinion. Having those 5 maps being remade and brought back into Black Ops 4 is something that I'm personally okay with, and just because that's how I feel doesn't mean that's how you need to feel as well. If you're someone who's upset at the fact that we aren't getting any more new, never before seen maps at launch, I can understand where you're coming from. But regardless of which side you're on, you gotta admit that 13 is still not that bad of a number, and that we have at least that many maps to work with on October 12th. Plus, knowing Treyarch and how they're like, who knows, what if they're actually keeping a few more maps under like the wraps, or keeping it a secret for us to be revealed later on, closer to October 12th? We really don't know. But like I said, you guys, 13 maps, pretty good to me. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys in this video, so go ahead and let me know in the comment section below what you think about the maps that have been confirmed so far for the multiplayer, and also if you're happy with the amount of maps that we are getting on launch, or if you're upset that almost half of the maps are remakes from past Black Ops games. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below if you guys would like to share them. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, so if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and follow me on my social media accounts to stay connected. Links are always in the description below, and I will go ahead and talk to you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye.